All right. Take your seats. We're gonna get started here with a very quick second half. Hope you guys got some water, some t-shirts. Everybody get a t-shirt? There we go. Can't wait to see all of these clips. I love this so much. All right, so there's a lot that has gone on every day. I wonder if the news can possibly be real, and it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. My favorite, I always say that I'm a little fast out of the gates. I'll make an assumption, or I'll say something, and people are like, "Oh, Candace, you can't say that. You're not allowed to say that." And one of my favorite tweets, a tweet that aged so well, it aged like a fine red wine, was somebody sent a tweet to me. I was flying on a plane, and they say, "Ha, Candace, I noticed that you're staying unusually silent on the Jussie Smollett scandal. Don't you feel bad for him?" And this was right when he came out with the story, before he did his interview. And I replied, and I said, "I'm more likely to believe that AOC is gonna win an award in economics one day than I am to believe that in a polar vortex in Chicago, someone decided to pick up some bleach and a rope and look for a gay black man, and that they said, 'This is MAGA country.'" I've been to a lot of MAGA events. I've never heard anybody say, "This is MAGA country." It just seemed a little too absurd. Obviously, I was right, but a bigger question that it brings to me is what's happening in the Hispanic community, what's happening in the black community is also very much happening in the LGBT community. They are looking at the LGBT community, and they're going to try to harness them to go after their political opponents. So I met this next person who has just been such a great defender of mine, and I just saw him speak, and I said, "Oh my gosh." He was a veteran. I first read his story on the Daily Mail, a gay black veteran who had to come out and say that he was a conservative. I want him to tell you his story and his perspective on what is echoing throughout the LGBT community. First, just a video so you guys can be introduced to him.
I think Democrats use identity politics to keep people in line, to keep black people in line, to keep Latinos in line, to keep gay people in line. I'm black and gay, and I've seen them use the same tactics for black people as they do for gay people. The media is drunk on the president. They are drunk on Donald Trump. Anything that they can possibly say to make this administration appear negative or racist or anything like that, they go for it. Don Lemon went from an anchor at CNN to the chief overseer on the Democratic plantation. What they're doing is they're trying to send a message to any other black American, to any other black conservative that supports the president, that this is what we will do to you if you are vocal about that support. What we hear every day from people who don't support the president is that he, gets support from white supremacists, white nationalists, etc. I was in a room full of hundreds of young black conservatives that did support the president. For you to call it a minstrel show, you are doing what every other black person is doing right now to anybody who dares to espouse
That's not true.
conservative. You did. You just did it. And
It is
first
a
of all,
minstrel show.
Kanye West talked about a lot of different things. He talked about the relationship between black people and the police. He talked about basically supporting the president. He talked about making America great right now. I've lost friends since coming out as a Republican.
Really?
People do not understand it. And these are the left that's supposed to be so tolerant and so inclusive, and these are the people that were the first to shun me when I came out as conservative.
Well, we have
Who was this is actually voting for Democrats?
Are you going to let me finish, or are you going to interrupt because you don't get my point?
Okay, well, you were just insulting what he's
You really
doing
were.
by calling
Who
it
is this
foolishness.
is voting for the same party for decades and having nothing to show for it? What you want to do is you want to make it so controversial for any black person to have anything to do with this administration.
That's
What
that
the
it
media
controls the media.
has Trump derangement syndrome, and I think it is terminal. I think that they want to push out
Trump
anything that is negative about this person because they know it gets clicks. I will tell you, and I will tell you, Trish, if I thought for a single solitary moment that the president of the United States hated me for being black or hated me for being gay, because I am both, I would never have gone to that event. I never would have gone to that lecture.
Please welcome to the stage, Rob Smith.
Welcome. Wow. Now this right here,
this is MAGA country. Am I right? So let me ask you a question, and I'm going to ask you if you have heard these two statements before January 29th. Did you ever hear MAGA country before in your life? Never. No? Did you ever hear the name Jussie Smollett before in your life? All right, so it's not just me. But you know, I'm a black gay guy. I knew who he was. Any black gay guy who's been on television, there's like 10 of us. So we all know who each other are. So on January, let me take you back to the great hate crime hoax of my generation, okay? On January 28th, in the dead of winter, at 2 a.m. in Chicago, allegedly, this gay black millionaire actor from Empire wanted to go out and get a sandwich because Seamless doesn't exist, apparently. So he was accosted by these two white rednecks in Make America Great Again caps, and they said, this is MAGA country. Poured bleach on him, tied a noose around his neck, right? So this is the story that came out in the media. This is the story that came out, and I remember reading it the very first day it came out, and I barely believed it at first, but by the time I got through the first sentence, I really didn't believe it. But I was like, okay, let me sit back and see how this plays out. Because there were so many things about this alleged hate crime that played into a lot of the biases that the left-wing media has, right? Because they want to make you think that the Make America Great Again cap is just like the Ku Klux Klan hood, correct? They want you to think that everybody that wears that cap is some sort of white racist redneck. And I said, let me sit back and watch what happens. And man, it exploded. Everybody reported. You got the Washington Post, the New York Post, the Daily News, CNN, MSNBC, everybody reported this, but what they did was they said, oh, according to TMZ, because that's who originally reported, right? TMZ is a gossip blog, right? So you see this story flying around, and not only are people shoddily reporting it, there are the people who are the professional victim class of the left. And now these are the people that are professional victims, right? Their entire identity is around being a victim because they're black or because they're gay or they're both. And so they're running around to the Daily Beast, and they're running around to all these people, and they're saying that this makes me feel more afraid to be in America because I know that the people that wear this cap don't support me. I know that they will beat me up on the streets. I know that they will lynch me on the streets, right? So this is what they were saying. And I'm going to give you a sense of why that image is so powerful and why this is able to keep on going back and forth, you know, in our society, especially among people that are black or gay or both like me. It's because there is an entire culture of people who look like me, who have my same sexual orientation, that want to be victims. It gives them life. It gives them purpose. Victimhood is currency in 2019 in America, and these people are trying to get a check. Yes, sir. All right? Now you look at victimhood being currency and you think about it. So you think about Jussie Smollett, right? And you think about young, good-looking, millionaire Hollywood actor. Why would he want to lie about this? Why would he want to create a hate crime hoax? First of all, because he wants to divide America. And the main thing that the leftists use to divide America is that cap that a lot of you are wearing in this building right now. And let me tell you something, that cap doesn't tell me fear, that cap shows me love for America. It shows me love for this country. So, what's going on, and Candace said it before, what's going on with the left and how they've targeted blacks, and the left and how they've targeted Latinos, it is the same thing with gays and lesbians in America right now, because gays and lesbians are the new victim class, right? We are the new group of victims in America right now. And let me tell you a little bit about my backstory in case you guys don't know who I am on my road to becoming what I like to call America's favorite black gay Republican. Now, funny, right? You know, you can laugh, it's okay. This is a safe space. So, safe space. Dinesh D'Souza told a story earlier, and he was absolutely dynamic. That was my first time having the privilege to see him. So he told the story about the ladder and the rope, right? And looking back on that, I realized that I climbed the ladder. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Akron, Ohio, all right? Ohio, so Midwest guy, right? Midwest guy. And everybody likes to think that black Republicans, that we come from some sort of wealth or some sort of privilege, and that is not my story. My story is the story of somebody that came from a broken home from Akron, Ohio, that went to one of the worst high schools in the city, right? That decided at 17 years old, out of love for country, out of need for a better life, out of a lot of different things, to join the military. So that's what I did. At 17 years old, I joined the military. I joined the U.S. Army Infantry. Yeah! All right? U.S. Army Infantry. I was 4th ID. All right? 11 Bravo, 4th ID. Hardest job in the military. Now, if I had to do it over again, I probably would have done the Air Force. It would have been easier, but I digress. So I joined the Army, the U.S. Army Infantry, served next to people of different races, different, actually I didn't serve across from people from different genders because I was infantry, which is all male. But I served with people from different races. And I served with people that have different religions. And I was exposed to all of these people that were different from me, all right? Because I was born and raised in Akron, Ohio, black high school, black family, like everything was black, black, black. And so I was exposed to these people that were different from me, other black people, other white people, other Latino people. And what brought us together was this love for country. What brought us together was the love for America. And so when I see people wearing the Make America Great Again hat, and when I see people chanting USA, and when I'm around people that love this country, I know, because I was with people that served, that still love the country, right? And so what's going on with the left right now when it comes to gays and lesbians, LGBT, whatever you want to call it, what's going on with gays and lesbians right now is that the Democrats see them as another victim group, right? They see them as another group of people that they can make afraid. They say, oh, you should be afraid of the people wearing the MAGA caps. You should be afraid of Donald Trump. You should be afraid of the Republican Party. I say, no, the biggest thing that I should be afraid of right now as a gay man is radical Islamic terrorism. Because those are the people that killed 49 gays and lesbians in Pulse, Orlando, which is one of the biggest terrorist attacks in American history. And that's my red pill moment, right? My red pill moment was when I woke up and I saw what happened at Pulse, Orlando. And I saw that 49 gays and lesbians were killed by a terrorist, okay? And I was a good little lefty at the time. Of course, I was black and gay. I mean, could never be a Republican, right? So, of course, I was a liberal. And I waited for Democrats to say something because I thought that they were going to protect me. And I realized that Democrats weren't interested in protecting me as much as they were interested in protecting the feelings of certain people. So they weren't going to protect me. And what I was looking for, that forceful condemnation of radical Islamic terrorism, I found that from the Republican Party. I found that from Republicans. And it's not even the terrorism thing. Think about it. And one of the great gifts of being involved in this movement is that I've started to think of so many different things in so many different ways. And think about Second Amendment rights. Think about gun rights. I believe that gun rights are gay rights and gay rights are gun rights. Because if there are so many hate crimes going on across the country, why would I not want to be able to protect myself? Why would I want to give away that right to protect myself? But this is what is going on the left right now, to the point where you have people that actually survived the Pulse terrorist attack becoming gun control advocates because they are so warped into that way of thinking. And I feel so privileged to have been able to talk to people like Maj Toure and to be able to talk to people from the Second Amendment community. And I missed shooting. I was really good at it. I was an expert marksman. I actually really missed my saw. I saw a machine gun that I took to Iraq when I was there. It helped keep me safe. But what I realized throughout this entire process, and I get slammed by people, there is no group that has been worse to me than other gay people, especially gays and lesbians on the left, because they are very caught up in sort of that idea of the victim mentality, that idea of victimhood as currency. But I am getting so many amazing signs that gays and lesbians across the country are waking up. Not only how open and welcoming the conservative community has been to me as a gay man, but in going to CPAC and being around people like Ricky Rebel, who wore the Trump jacket on the red carpet, and being around Brandon Straka, who was another openly gay man who did the Walk Away campaign, and being around all of these people. And what I realized that we're doing is we're making it safe for other LGBT people to wake up, just like Brandon Tatum and Candace Owens and everybody else, including me, because I'm gay and black, are making it safe for black people to wake up. All right? And I want to tell you this, and I'm going to wrap this up because we're going a little behind. There's a lot of great speakers, but I want to tell you that when I think about that term MAGA country, I think about like what that means. Like, what is MAGA country? Because, you know, Jesse's got a say in it now, so he introduced us to this new thing in the lexicon. So we say, what is MAGA country? Because to me, MAGA country is the country that I live in that I'm proud of, because it is a country that a gay black boy from Akron, Ohio can rise the ladder, can go serve his country and be anything that he wants to be. That's MAGA country. MAGA country is a place where I can be in the room with people that are black and white and Latino and gay and straight and whatever, and we are united in MAGA country because we are united in a love for this country. We are united in a love for America. USA! So I got a message for Jussie Smollett. I got a message for every gay and lesbian and whoever who wants to go around here being a professional victim to try to tear me down for being a proud black gay Republican, that this is MAGA country. This is the country that I believe in. This is a country where people of all races, genders, sexual orientations, ethnicities, religions can come together because we love America, we love this great nation, and we're gonna make sure that this continues to be MAGA country through 2024 and beyond. Thank you very much. Thank you.